Hello, everybody, and welcome to the
Zach
and Lex Talks Stuff Podcast. We'll work on that. I think
we'll get better.
it's an introductory episode. We're being genuine. We're not trying to be fancy here.
Hey, we're not trying to be people pleasers. We're trying to be ourselves. You know, you're here to watch our authentic selves, not fake people on the internet.
Yeah, if only some of my jobs understood that. Anyway, This is a new podcast that spun out of an older podcast called the Lex Talks Stuff Podcast. And one of my favorite guests here on the show was Zach. And I decided to include him on a business venture together of doing this podcast. I had always wanted to do a podcast with at least a couple of you guys, because I remember when we were in college, I think I had a line up in my head for like 4 regular people and 1/5 like circling around guest. And I think the rule was, if one of us couldn't make it, the rest could go on. If 2 of us couldn't make it, we don't do the show. Because I had an idea of like you, me, Ben, and Kayla. That's how early this was. And either we have like Jack or James be like the circling like 5th guest. And we would just be talking stuff. I really wonder what that would have been like, us just having our own podcast in college. How good or bad would that have been?
Compared to what this can be now, I would imagine it would be a dumpster fire of chaos, and it would have been funny the entire goddamn time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Just have, like, sessions where we're just mixing the audio, but we're drunk.
Yeah. Or at one of Ben's parties, or annoying Matt.
Yeah. I gotta call back Matt. I'm gonna, like, put another, like, day off in my calendar soon. And I think I'm just gonna go bug Matt and be like, hey, I gave you my number. Give me yours.
Gimme.
Gimme. I think he'd be happy to know I'm doing a lot better than the last time we met. I was in a really rough spot when he last saw me.
Yeah, I haven't seen him since graduation. I mean, what would be kind of funny is like if we could all, like, at least me, you, and Jack sync up at New England Tech. Well, I probably shouldn't say where we went to college. Let's cut that out.
No, well, I mean, I'll see what happens in the edit.
Yeah. But anyway, I'll sync up there and kind of grab lunch like we used to, except for the excessive energy drinks. I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
But bring our lunches outside of Matt's office and just be like bugging him, or like we used to.
You know what I'm going to do? Even though I'm slightly lactose intolerant now, I'm going to find Ben & Jerry's strawberry cheesecake ice cream and eat the entire pint while waiting for him.
I'll do what I used to do with canned soup.
That's right.
But do you know what I miss the most from the college cafeteria?
What was that?
At the little sandwich station, they had those homemade chips.
Yeah, I think they brought the chips back. Last time I went, I didn't get a sandwich from there. It's been a while. How about next time you come into town on like a weekday? Like, we should go. Like, what we should do is, like, you should, like, have a vacation here for like a couple of days. I think it'd be fun. It's funny
you actually say that, because I need a reason to make the 19th worth it. So I will be in town on the 19th for getting I have an appointment at 8:00 in the morning for a sleep guard being put in and kind of tested and trimmed. So after that, I am around for a while before I drive back But
Okay, so you're in on the 19th.
yep.
Okay. I think maybe we could try to coordinate something, try to make the most out of your days here.
Yeah, and then so I'm down on the 19th. I drive back, and then I come back again on the 22nd after the funeral.
All right. Yeah. Because, well, do you mean 23rd? Because
No, is 22nd the Friday?
well, 21st is the Friday, 22nd is the Saturday, and then 23rd is the Sunday. So would you be leaving Sunday or Saturday night? Because I thought Saturday night was us.
Oh no, I'm coming down on the 22nd, and then I'm leaving the 23rd.
Oh, I thought you were going to be here from like the 19th till the 23rd.
No, I'm doing the 19th, and then I couldn't get the next days off, so I have to drive back, and then I have to drive back again. So I've been looking in to see how much bus fare costs at this point.
Yeah. Because also, like, yeah, we'll talk about some stuff off camera. So,
Yeah.
So guys, I guess to the people that are currently listening on whatever platforms, this is kind of just our typical conversations when we're just mucking about, talking about whatever. But the thing that we love talking about is just pop culture in general. We always just have such a fun time. I think when we first met, we bonded. I'm going to paint a picture for our audience here.
Yeah.
I remember it was after our first English class together in our first term. I'm forgetting what his name was. His name Josh? Was that our English teacher?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he was cool. I liked him.
No, I really liked him.
And so I remember after the class, like he was asking, like, well, what books do you guys like? And like I was trying to get into H.P. Lovecraft at that time, and I think I was saying like I really wanted to get into it because one of his books has a similar title to the Doctor Strange movie coming out. And so I went into the bathroom, and in the urinal next to me is you, and you say, hey, were you talking about like the new Doctor Strange movie in Lovecraft? Because I see how they're like synced up. I think that's cool. And I think that's where it took off from there.
I'm going to be completely honest. I don't remember any of that, but that sounds pretty realistic, especially the conversation to the urinal part.
Yeah.
How I remember us all meeting, and I don't know, were you there for the first class where we did the introduction with Mike Davis?
Yeah, I was there on the first class. I was one of the first 5 or 6 people that were waiting for Mike Davis to show up. It was, as I walked into the place, it was me, Ben, Tessa, Miguel, I think James.
I remember meeting James either the same day as our first class or maybe a couple days after, because I actually knew James prior to college. I hadn't like known him, but I knew of him. He was dating someone who was friends with my ex.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And so we kind of like
I thought
they from somewhere.
Oh, I thought they dated after they started college, not like before.
Oh, I have no clue. At the time when I was like officially met and got to know James, they were dating. I don't know if they were dating prior, but I know they were dating when I met James. But I knew at least they were friends prior to college, at least. But we kind of like knew each other through partners, and then we kind of met after. After that, I remember walking down the hall with Kayla, and then I don't know if you were with Ben already, but I remember hearing Ben say, guys, I figured out Obama's last name. It's Care. And then we walked into the class. Mike is there, and he's doing his whole spiel of like, all right, you can rent out equipment, but if anything breaks, things are going to happen, but you need to tell us immediately. So if something breaks, who are you going to call? And I immediately blurt out without any hesitation whatsoever, Ghostbusters. And I could tell he looked at me with such like, oh, okay, you're going to be the problem. And then he come to find out after that, he talked to my dad and he's like, oh, okay, he's your son. Can I take the gloves off now? But I remember we were all sharing. And then like after that, we all kind of walked out together, and that's how we kind of were grouped. And then we met more people along the way. But I remember after that going to the student center, and we were playing Quiplash on the giant TV.
Yeah.
We kept making like O.J. Simpson jokes.
I think that was day 2 that we were playing Quiplash.
No, I remember it was the first one because I think it was Ben's computer.
Yeah, I think we were definitely chilling in the lounge area.
Because I know that's the thing; it blends all together because that's a majority of how we ended days or started days or in between. Like that first semester before COVID hit, we were like spending every waking moment together at that student center because Ben would bring in his PS4 or PS5 and I'd bring in my Xbox One, and we'd like sync up on the TVs. We'd play Quiplash in between. I remember like we'd stay there till like 8:00 at night, and our classes ended at like 3.
Yeah, no, that was fun. I miss those days. What happened to all of us?
COVID. I remember after that, it was a lot of like us all just hanging on Discord until like 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah. That definitely happened with me when Ben was playing Akira on Hulu through Discord.
I remember before they started cracking down on streaming.
Yeah. And then I just like fell asleep watching Akira. I got like 25 minutes in, I fell asleep. I was so tired.
Dude, there were like, so many fucking times I was asleep on Discord. Like, I became nocturnal because of like college, COVID, and Discord. And there were a couple times where I remember I fell asleep. I don't know if this was our college Discord or some people that I knew in high school. And I fell asleep with the camera on. And at that time, there's my desk in my room, and the camera on my laptop, I think it was my MacBook, was facing the spare bed I had on the ground in the corner that I kind of used as like couch / spare bed. And I fell asleep not on the couch / bed, but on the floor next to couch / bed. I'm there for like 3 hours, and people are taking like recordings of me. They're taking screenshots. They used this as Zoom backgrounds for like months.
I don't remember this.
And I remember specifically waking up to people screaming and then immediately leaving the chat. So when I got up and woke up to the screaming, no one was there, and I was creeped out.
No, that's fucking scary.
It was so funny though. Like, honestly, just the next day I had no clue that people had recorded me. So I joined Discord the next day, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this is where it's at. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I see where your people's loyalties lie.
I think for Christmas I should just get you guys a bagel.
Oh, dude, that is. I don't know if you got to see, but was that bagel still there?
I couldn't walk out on the patio, but from the angle I saw, I think so.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, it rusted into that metal to the point where the bagel was gone, but the stain will forever be there.
I know, that's our stain on England Tech.
I've heard the sales are pretty cut. And I mean, I haven't wanted to go back there since their career department, after we graduated with our bachelors, sent me a job application for a cashier at Walmart.
Yeah, I still talk to career services there, especially since after some of the stuff with my job, just in case I want backups on backups on backups. But
oh no, I feel you. I've been keeping an eye out on anything, especially where I am now, see if I find anything for you.
Yeah, so that's why now I'm trying to save some money, and also I'm trying to I'd say like probably Saturday morning when it's bright and early, I think I'm just gonna go get some B-roll shots and create a reel.
What I've been doing is like touching up some of my old projects that I'm proud of and like re-editing them. And then other stuff like, say, this podcast, projects with Jack for, our side company that we'll, I'm sure we'll name drop sometime down the line.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to build a portfolio and some reels off of that, but it's just like so difficult, especially when you're working in not the field, but an adjacent field where, I'm working a lot of events and stuff, but it's not like I can put any of that stuff on my portfolio because it's, maybe a couple of things on my resume, but it's copyright or it's an organization where I can't share that recording.
Yeah. Because also I've worked on quite a few shows that I've edited, and I would definitely ask permission for my company if I could use it. Because I think what I want to do is I want to do a nature reel and then a show reel.
That's fair.
That way I have two reels. One, it's like, okay, this is what I can do with nature. This is what I can do with like outside stuff. This is what I can do with inside studio stuff.
That's fair.
And that way, whenever I apply for anything, I send them both my reels.
That's fair. I want to go back to how I had it. So I had organized it into like my favorite areas of our field, where I had a master one, or like the stuff I was most proud of, and then I had an acting reel. I had a special effects reel, an editing reel, and a animation reel. I think I had a voice work one, but I don't think I had enough from our projects to do that. And honestly, it'd be fun to do voice work, but I don't think it's what I necessarily want to do. I can do voices, but not great.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Recently, though, one thing I've unlocked, how I can do like Gilbert Gottfried, Palpatine, Marge, stuff like that. I've been able to do Bob Dylan.
Really? Oh yeah. I think you were telling me this.
I was singing in the car the other day. I listened to some Bob Dylan songs, and I was like, oh, I'm starting to kind of mimic the voice, and I can do it if I kind of have like backup of like, a little Bob Dylan playing in my ear, so I can kind of match the notes. But I'm not much of a singer, but I can kind of pitch my voice to that nasally Bob Dylan sound.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to whip that out on like karaoke night or something. Just like, oh shit, Zach's. Is that Bob Dylan? Well, what's that line? 1972. I walked Bob Dylan up on stage. Who are you? Who are you? You degenerate, no piece. What was it? No piece of shit, no talent.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I got a few voices in the chamber. I can do two different Jokers. I can do Gandalf. I can do Doofenshmirtz.
If I remember, your Mark Hamill Joker was pretty good.
I appreciate it. I can also do a Gilbert Gottfried. I've now started doing an RFK. If I could try it on here, but I don't know if the mic would cut me out.
That, and I don't know how political we want to get, but if it comes a time where we want to do something on the Kennedys, if you want to pull out your RFK, I'll pull out my JFK.
Yeah, exactly.
I really need a political podcast like I need a bullet in the head.
I agree. I remember I was practicing that in the car on the way back from therapy.
Are you allergic to peanuts, little boy? Or you might be autistic. I've got a camp for you.
Yeah, exactly. Have you seen that audio? I don't know if that's fake or real, but it's of RFK walking up to the podium and he says, "I am going to wage war on fat gay kids."
Not the kids themselves, but
Yeah, not the kids themselves, but the things that are making them gay and fat.
I can't tell if that's real or not because
Yeah.
with the amount of AI and like fake videos nowadays, you can't really tell, but it sounds like something he would say.
Yeah.
And what immediately every time I see that clip, it makes me think of, I'm trying to remember the name, Ben Stiller movie where he's running that fat camp.
Oh yeah, Heavyweights. I
Yeah.
have a soft spot for that movie. I think
No, it's pretty good. It hasn't necessarily aged well, but it's
I think it's actually aged fairly decent in certain things because I
Yeah.
think that it's not about like it's not saying like oh, the only way to do life is to be skinny because there's times where it's like, no, it's okay to be bigger, but also you do need to make some healthy choices. You can't just eat junk food all day.
Dude, I always forget that's a Disney movie too.
Yeah, and it's one of like Judd Apatow's first movies he worked on.
I'm looking at the director, Stephen Brill, and it makes sense now because he made Little Nicky.
Oh, that's funny.
Little Nicky, I think, did he make Mr. Deeds too? Yeah, Mr. Deeds.
Yeah. And Heavyweights is also where we get a very, very young Kenan Thompson.
Yeah. I always mix up Heavyweights and Meatballs with Bill Murray.
I've never seen Meatballs.
I've seen it once, and I can't really remember most of it. I remember there's 3 movies that kind of blend into my mind. It's Meatballs, Heavyweights, and that Fred movie from the 2010s where he is going to summer camp.
Oh yeah, the Camp Scare, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Camp Fred, whatever. I watched a video not too long ago about talking about how that iCarly episode of Fred led to Fred's downfall.
Yeah. It's the Icarus kind of situation.
Because what happened was he said like the reason why like it started the fall of Fred is because in the episode Fred just plays an abbreviated version of himself. He doesn't do his character.
No, that's the thing.
Yeah, which I will admit I kind of like where it's like, dude, it's an act. It's not all real. Although it still makes the Fred guy seemingly like a dickhead because, you know, he started fake beef without them knowing and then wanted Carly to kiss him. So it's like, yeah, he's not a great guy. I mean, in real life, I think he's a good guy. But, yeah, no, it started the fall of Fred, even though he got like a couple of like, he got like a deal with Nickelodeon.
Here, just so you know, I'm gonna raise my my desk here for a moment, so you might hear a motor. But as we're talking about this, I just Googled it and see that there's a Reddit post. I Meet Fred is seriously the most horrible, unwatchable episode of anything I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I remember because also in order to stop the beef, Sam just beats up Freddy until he says, "Okay, I like your stuff." I'm like, that's not how you resolve that conflict. You can just
really something we want to teach to our youth.
Yeah.
Punch people into submission.
Yeah, that's also why another reason why I'll never understand why Freddy liked Sam whatsoever. I'm like, dude, she beat you the fuck up. I'm not saying be emasculated, but I would be insulted.
Oh yeah,
Like-
no, that's the thing. It's not. It's more disrespecting you as a human being as a whole. And
Yeah.
you know, Freddy isn't perfect by any means, but
Yeah.
he doesn't deserve physical abuse. But I think we all can agree the two best characters on that show by far are Gibby and Spencer.
Oh yeah, the Spencer subplot is way better than the Carly and Sam and Fred plot in the I Meet Fred episode, because that's the magic meatball.
My girlfriend and I constantly reference because we saw a bumper sticker of it where it's Gibby shirtless and it just says, "What are you, a cop?" I love so many Gibby quotes where it's like it's like the whole fat cakes in a giant tube thing to win the locker, the extra big locker, and the principal is just like, first, before we announce the winner, I feel like I'm responsible to list out the worst guess. 5, and then Gibby's like, I won. He's like, no, Gibby, you did not win. Actually, your guess was so far off and so stupid that we're getting you tested. Again? I related to that so much as a child.
Yeah. No, they were great. Like, I feel like Spencer was a character that could just go on his own.
That, and when you see how Jerry Trainer like protected those kids on set with Dan Schneider, it's just...
Yeah, and I think I might have talked to Tess about this a while ago, or it was you. Mm-hmm. Someone I talked to about this. I was like, I think that's why we didn't see Jerry Trainer in more stuff. I think Dan Schneider blacklisted him.
I wouldn't be surprised. There was like a couple like Nickelodeon movies and stuff that included Jerry Trainer, but I know he wasn't in much after. I wouldn't put it past Dan Schneider to blacklist him, but especially after like iCarly and Victorious, there was very little like stuff Dan Schneider really made that was popular. Like, I'm looking at it right now and I'm seeing like Snow Day is a Nickelodeon movie with Jerry Trainer from 2022, and then there was like Best Player with Jeanette McCurdy in 2011, but I can't really find anything recognizable. There's a cover versions, but that looks like it has Drake Bell in it too.
Oh shit! You know
and
what
Debbie
I was just.
Ryan.
You know what I just looked up? So I was wondering if Dan had anything to do with like Henry Danger. It says that he did, that he and another person were the program creators of Henry Danger.
Yeah, I believe. I don't know if don't take this as truth. I can't be sure. This is what I heard through like online gossip, but I heard that he was taken off that show, and that's why he's partially credited.
Okay. Well, that's good. So he started it, but he didn't continue it. Okay.
Yeah.
That can work. You know, that's like calling American Dragon Jake Long a Dave Filoni show, even though he started it, he didn't do the rest of it.
Yeah. There's like people like Dan Schneider, that other guy,
Brian Peck.
Yeah, who I think he wrote for Sweet Life of Zack and Cody too for the first season until he got fired. But he got it through a loophole because he couldn't work with kids, but it didn't mean that the scriptwriter didn't have to be on set.
Yeah. But I did look at this. The Thundermans was not made by Dan Schneider.
Yeah.
Okay. So that got away. Although the sad thing is I didn't care for the Thundermans very much.
I kind of stopped watching Nickelodeon after like iCarly, honestly. Like,
yeah.
I remember Tough Puppy. I remember what are some of the
like Fairly Odd Parents and like
yeah.
I only watched Nickelodeon for the cartoons mainly because
I was more of a Cartoon Network and channel surfing kid. Like I do Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, but as I got older, it was more, I want to watch movies that are on cable and stuff.
Yeah, but I always preferred the animated shows over the live action anything when it came to like all my like childhood channel shows.
Back in the Barnyard was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, Back in the Barnyard is a great show if you don't consider the movie canon.
Yeah. You know what I'm thinking of is I remember some of the last, and I hate to say this, some of the last stuff I watched on Nickelodeon was Fanboy and Chum Chum.
Yeah, same.
I think my sister and her kind of section of our generation watched more Henry Danger.
Yeah.
And like Sam and Cat and stuff like that. But I at that point I was more like Adult Swim and Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
There was I always forget about it. There's two shows that are so often overlooked from Cartoon Network, and one was that live action sketch show that the actor who played Finn was on it.
Well, was it Dude, What Would Happen?
No.
I remember Destroy, Build, Destroy.
I remember Incredible Crew. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, yes. Oh my gosh, you unlocked a memory for me.
I liked that show. That was fun. I think Nick Cannon was the announcer.
Yeah. By the way, do you remember a show called Level Up? They did a movie and then they made a TV show.
Nah, I never watched it.
The concept was cool. So take a look it up real quick. Level
I already
Up.
have it up.
All right. So Level Up was basically these 4 kids that play like a League of Legends, World of Warcraft-esque game or non-denominational game because it's Cartoon Network. And they all bond through that. They're all different classes. They're like outcast, nerd, jock, but they all have one thing in common. They love gaming. And what happens is a science experiment goes wrong and accidentally hits the servers of the game. And the creatures and villains of the game escape into the real world. Mm-hmm. And so now, like, the creator of the game enlists the help of like the teenagers to defeat these monsters and send them back into the game.
So it was like an early 2000s, 2010s version of like League of Legends meets Pixel. Or Pixels with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, or even Ready Player One to a degree. Because I always loved that idea, the concept of video games just come to life and now we need to stop them. Yeah. Like I had this idea years ago of because did you see the Jack Black Goosebumps movie they made years ago?
Nope.
Where they unlocked a bunch of his monsters from his books. They came to life. So I just had that idea of what if like all the video games across the world just opened up and then just took over our world. We'd be dead. Like,
dude, I'd imagine the poor guy. I have to look up the name of this. Imagine the poor fucker who gets stuck in the same room with Malakath the Blackblade from Elden Ring. Just like immediately just screaming.
Yeah. I feel like what would happen is the world would be decimated, but there would be fortresses with different factions. Like there would be the Assassin's Creed fortress. There would be the Minecraft fortress. There would be the Skyrim fortress. There would be, because it was popular at the time, the Injustice fortress. There would be the Halo Fortress. There would be like the Black Ops Fortress. That's an idea I've always had.
That does sound like a cool idea. And now that you're saying the word fortress, it has jump-started another TV show that everyone forgets.
What?
Have you ever heard of or ever watched Secret Mountain Fort Awesome on Cartoon Network?
No, I'm taking a look at it right now. What's it called?
Secret Mountain Fort Awesome. There's a man made of butts and a zit pear and a guy with a really long tongue nose, and there's this crazy guy that kind of looks like the weasel from
Oh, I think I
Suicide
might
Squad.
remember. I think I remember seeing
like
promos
bumpers
for it. Yeah.
So this show is actually
Wow, this show is so hated.
Yeah, it's hated a lot, and it actually kickstarted. I remember watching it as a kid, and I thought it was the funniest thing I had ever seen. Was they introduced Uncle Grandpa as his own holiday, and that's what started the show, Uncle Grandpa.
Wait. So, Secret Mountain Fort Awesome was the introduction of Uncle Grandpa.
Yes.
Whoa. It's kind of like when you find out Mork and Mindy started from Happy Days.
Yes. Yeah.
Or Laverne and Shirley started on Happy Days too.
The creator of Secret Mountain Fort Awesome has gone on. He's made something recently that I actually really liked. The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. It's about Porky Pig and Daffy Duck.
Huh.
And honestly, I think it's something that you and I should watch. I loved it. I think I watched it with my girlfriend, and she wasn't too crazy on it, but I liked it. I thought it was, for a modern Looney Tunes movie, pretty good. Holy cow, wait a second. I think he may have had a part in the Tome of the Unknown.
Okay. Oh, by the way,
which is the thing for oh yeah, he was the it was produced by, he was the supervising producer for Tome of the Unknown, which is the short that started
oh yeah, that's right.
Over the Garden Wall.
That's right. I watched an iceberg a little while ago about this Tome of the Unknown.
Dude, it's so good.
I love the poster for it.
Everything about Over the Garden Wall is beautiful. That's exactly why I own multiple copies of it. It's just, I love it, especially as a fan of the Divine Comedy.
Yeah. I think I had talked to someone about this. Oh wait, no, so I remember a while back I was looking for videos talking about the Beast, because I think the Beast is probably one of the best villains in fiction.
Literally Lucifer.
Yeah, I'd say that. And I was like, I wonder how he would compare to this villain, this villain, this villain. And so there's a YouTube channel, I don't remember what it's called, but it's called Analyzing Evil.
Oh yeah, I listen to a lot of Analyzing Evil. Are you talking about the Vile Eye, Analyzing Evil?
Yeah, and he just does all these villains, and I just like,
great Star Wars thing. And his video on Am from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream was great.
By the way, as I was looking at the Day the Earth Stood Still with Porky Pig and Daffy Duck,
yeah,
I just saw a thing for Coyote v Acme. So
yeah,
I'm excited for
movie.
Actually, they're going to release it next year.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and I think James Gunn really pushed for it. I think he had a hand in it.
Good.
Yeah. And I guess that we can lead that into another thing where I think, I don't know if it was James Gunn directly, but DC announced that there will be 2 new shows at the DC studios will be making. They'll be making a Jimmy Olsen TV show. I mean, if they call it Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, I think that'd be good. It'd be a good like homage. I think if they're smart, they can get away with so much stuff. I think, like, personally, I would just prefer a Daily Planet show starring Jimmy Olsen. I mean, if they call it The Daily Planet and it stars Jimmy, then okay, I'll take that. I think you could convince Rachel Brosnahan to be part of the show. Like,
I'd love a Jimmy Olsen and like I think Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane had some great chemistry in the movie.
Yeah.
Like as like a buddies in work, and I think that would have been a great TV show. Like and occasionally showing Clark, but make it more about Lois and fill out her character and Jimmy's character.
Or what we do is a couple of episodes, either at the beginning or the end of the season. It's Jimmy and Clark just doing a story together, and we see their friendship. That way we can scratch that itch of, I want to see Jimmy and Clark's friendship, but we don't have time in the movies. Watch the Jimmy Olsen show. You see their friendship bright as day. That's actually really cool. And I think Gunn would like to delve more into that. Although I've heard he's, after Man of Tomorrow, he's going to try to reel back in writing and directing some projects, which I don't blame him. He's doing so much.
Honestly, and I think that would be a great step. Like, I liked Superman a lot, but by far is it not perfect. And I think James Gunn is a great choice to run DC, but I think if DC's going to succeed bringing in those new people and letting him managing and making movies here and there and shows, but allowing other people to let their creativity flow if it runs with his vision, I think that's really how it grows and thrives, keeps fresh, and kind of avoids the Marvel effect.
Yeah, because I also think that I will admit I would have trusted Gunn doing the Lantern show a little more than the current people that are on right now. I mean, they're not bad. Like Chris Mundy worked on Ozark, Damon Lindelof. Yes, he did finish Lost, but I don't completely blame Lost on him. He did a show called The Leftovers, which Matt Morin raved about, so I gotta check it out if Matt loves it to bits. He also did The Watchmen show, and and Tom King is also a writer. I'm glad he's not the main writer, because I do like Tom King's work, some of it, not all of it. Like, even though I just read like issue 1 of his Batman run last night because I was curious how the pacing was, I don't love his interpretation of Batman. I think that he has a good interpretation of Superman. He's good with Superman, Mr. Miracle. He has a great thing called Gotham City Year One. His Wonder Woman, I personally was not crazy about. But his Batman, I feel like, is a couple of steps away from becoming the goddamn Batman. Do you know what I mean when I talk about that?
No.
So there was a book written by Frank Miller and drawn by Jim Lee called All-Star Batman and Robin the Boy Wonder.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
Yes, it's the one where Batman just sees Robin's family die in the circus, and what he does is, at the scene, he picks him up, kidnaps him, and says, "Congratulations, kid, you've just been drafted." And and the kid's like such a smart mouth Alec, and he's like, "Who are you?" And Batman's like, "What, are you stupid? Are you R-word? I'm the goddamn Batman." And he's like so edgy and over the top and crazy, and I feel like Tom King's Batman is just a couple notches away from that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I would read it to be if it didn't include the R word, I would read it as comical, like satirical of what Batman abducting and drafting child soldiers into his Bat family would be. But
Yeah.
I think that if it's what they're going for, then it can be done in better ways.
When I read All-Star Batman and Robin the Boy Wonder, I read it more, to me it's like The Room of comic books, where it's so bad it's entertaining.
Yeah.
And the art makes it easier to take a look at. But like Tom King, he's a little divisive, like sometimes in person and with his writing. Like it's either you love Tom King's writing or you hate Tom King's writing. There's nothing in between. Like that's how, and so I think because he's a little too controversial, it worries me a little because I don't want there to be a divide when we're talking about the Lantern show.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, maybe it all balances itself out. Who knows? I mean, I think I'm probably gonna like it. I hope I do.
I'm just gonna say it right here. I'm already deducting points from the show because they're not including my boy Kyle Rayner.
In all fairness, I give it kudos because it included both my boys, Hal and John.
Yeah.
Because I love Kyle. John needs this a little more. He needs it more. Like we've been waiting for John. I've been waiting for Jon Stewart for like 10 plus years. And so I want to see him. I want to see him be done justice.
Oh no, I feel you. I love Jon Stewart ever since watching Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah. But yeah, like the Jimmy Olsen show, I hope that's good. I'd be excited for it. They also announced a V for Vendetta show.
Interesting.
Yeah. I didn't think there was a problem with the movie. I love the movie, and this is someone that owns the book, and I haven't read the book, but from what I can tell, a lot of people that read the book prefer the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard the same.
Yeah, because I think that because it modernizes a few things, like because it was more British centered in the book. I believe it took place in like the 80s, the late 80s. So there's like British Parliament and I think jabs at Reagan possibly. And then
Which you all have jabs at Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, even Dark Knight Returns did. But yeah, and then in the live action movie, it was more a reflection on like Bush and 9/11 and that kind of area, so you can just feel the political shift there.
Yeah. Which honestly, I mean, makes sense from the standpoint of like, especially if you're making the movie a while after the book was made, it only makes sense to modernize it for the people that are going to see it. You know, a lot of people that are going to go see it, you know, especially with something as traumatizing as 9/11.
Yeah.
And it's horrific. It makes sense to kind of adapt it for that own that connection.
Yeah. Although I'm curious, I don't know all the stuff yet, but I hope they don't make V for Vendetta like a multi-season show. If they want to do like a limited series to flesh some stuff out that the movie didn't have time for,
miniseries is a great idea. But
yeah, because shows can also be miniseries. Like Midnight Mass is a show, but that's a miniseries.
Yeah, I loved Midnight Mass. I just finished rewatching it for like the third time.
I need to finally watch it.
Dude, it's great. It's one of the best takes on vampires I've ever seen, without saying the word vampire.
Okay. Yeah.
The same person that made Midnight Mass, Fall of the House of Usher. I loved. I'm a huge Poe fan, so I was like creaming my jeans over that. Mm-hmm. Let's see. There was another one. Let me look up Mike Flanagan. He wrote the script for Clayface.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Let's see. Oh, Haunting of Hill House was great. Doctor Sleep I've been meaning to watch. Haunting of Bly Manor I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, I remember someone talking about like there's a jump scare in Haunting of Hill House or Bly Manor because
There's a good amount of them.
because there's a thing where like two people are arguing in a car and they're screaming at each other, and then all of a sudden like the demon monster girl, whatever it is, just like pulls up between the two in the car while they're arguing and shrieks, and that like scared everyone. But apparently the actress of the demon was actually just that was improvised. She went ahead or after her cue.
I mean, it only makes sense to really sell that scare, you know?
Yeah.
It's so what Hayden did with the boo.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, V for Vendetta show. Sure, you know what? You got a cool story to tell, and if you want to do another modernization of it, where if you do the politics of today, obviously it's going to be polarized by certain people in the office that are already pretty touchy individuals, but I think if you could do a good job with it,
touchy in multiple ways.
Yeah, so I think that you could pull it off and it'll be dope.
Do you know what I if we're talking shows, I tried to watch the Welcome to Derry It show, and I have to say I had high hopes at first, but unless I won't give final judgment on my part because the show is obviously not done, but I like the concept, but I don't like the execution. I think it could be done better. What other shows have I been watching? I've been watching The Chair Company on Max with Tim Robinson.
How was that?
I really like it. It's like if like a company drama is turned into like awkward comedy. I've really liked it. It's very Tim Robinson meets like I don't know. I'm saying this as someone who's never seen what's that show with Adam Scott on Apple Plus or Apple TV.
I don't know. I don't remember what it's called.
It's gonna bug me now. Now I'm on a tangent. Severance. I kept wanting to say Succession. But it's kind of like if Severance met like Tim Robinson comedy. I'm getting the sense. I've never seen Severance, but I kind of get that vibe.
Okay.
What else have I been watching? The new Smiling Friends season.
Yeah, I think I might start watching Smiling Friends. Like
Have you never seen it?
No, never seen it. I've seen the memes.
Dude, we're watching it on the 22nd. It is so funny. Recently they referenced Chris Chan, and I was laughing my ass off. It was just like, do you realize if the health inspection come to this house and see how we're living, they're gonna shut us down. We'll have to move out. And they like did it word for word. My girlfriend grew up watching Oni Plays a lot, so we've been watching a lot. And now a vocal stim of mine walking around the house while we're doing tasks, he's like, I'm working on it. I don't know if you're blessed with not knowing Chris Chan lore.
I know some of it.
You cherub, save yourself.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. There's certain people I don't need to really think about.
I talked with Gavin about Chris Chan, and then it just became a rabbit hole. But there's so many quotable moments from Chris Chan's, like Chris Chan has got to be the most cataloged person on the internet.
Well, that's not my area of the internet.
No.
But so, yeah, it's funny as you were talking about, like, the Chris Chan joke. It reminded me of, I watched The Naked Gun with Liam Neeson last night. And one of my favorite jokes was when Danny Houston's character gave Pamela Anderson the wine. He's like, "You like the drink?" She's like, "Yeah, it's from Bill Cosby's private estate." And then she spits it out.
I loved that part. I have to rewatch it. I only did a one watch, but I remember when Frank Dublin Jr. Drebin is talking with Richard Kane in that like little side area. I think maybe in the beginning of the movie, and there was something he said, and I remember I found it so funny. I have to do a second watch, but I loved the scene where they're all they're in the kitchen, and they're spying in and can see the shadows and heat shapes or whatever they were using, and just like, man, you're really doing a number on that stove.
Yeah.
Right, when they pull in the dog part too.
Yeah, it's very Austin Powers.
Yeah. Did you notice how many faces showed up in it?
Yeah, it wasn't until I looked at like clips earlier that I was like, "Oh, Priscilla is in this movie."
Yep.
I don't know if they're implying that Priscilla is Liam Neeson's mom.
I have no clue.
Yeah, because it's like, if you're Junior, who's your mom? Because you even call your mom in the movie, or your mom calls you, and you're like, "Not now, mom."
Dude, like Busta Rhymes is in it. Weird Al is in it.
Yeah, you had to have Weird Al in there.
Dave Bautista. I was surprised to see Liza Koshy in it.
I'm not familiar with Liza Koshy.
Like a YouTube person.
Yeah.
I think I'm looking at it. I remember this person from like years ago, maybe like Vine or something. But I'm seeing they were in K-pop Demon Hunter.
Oh yeah. Have you seen K-pop Demon Hunter yet?
No, I don't know if it's necessarily something I'm entirely interested in watching. I mean,
I wasn't
if it's something that everyone else likes, more power to them, but not necessarily my thing.
I mean, K-pop is certainly not my thing. If you know me, I am not a K-pop individual, but I watched it. I was like, I'll probably think, it's all right. And when I finished the movie, I was like, oh, you hit the right beats for me. Like, because to me, my pitch for you is Puss in Boots to The Last Wish meets Turning Red.
I've never seen Turning Red.
I actually like Turning Red. I think it's good. Fun fact, Jim, Ben's dad, cried watching that movie.
I've heard good things about Turning Red. I've just never seen it.
Yeah, everybody likes to, like a lot of people that see out of context clips like to shit on this movie, be like, wow, this movie's cringe, it's dumb. Maybe there's a couple of cringy moments that just only hit for teens, but
yeah,
overall, it's like,
I mean, that is the target audience anyway.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I like it. And K-pop Demon Hunters did something really, really good where I think it did like a mental health aspect kind of better than Thunderbolts. And Thunderbolts I already love. You know how much I fucking love that Thunderbolts movie.
Yeah.
So I'd say, I'm like, wow, you guys did this, but like kind of better and with Spider-Verse animation. So So it just and the music actually hits. So it hit all the right stuff for me. So yeah, like yesterday. Oh, go ahead.
I'm not saying I won't give it a try, but what's it called? I don't know. Once I see so much stuff about it on social media, I kind of like lose interest, if that makes sense.
No, I get you. But I mean, for me, there's definitely been stuff that I have watched stuff in the past that other people love and I just didn't love. Like a coworker of mine was giving me a hard time because I didn't love Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Never seen it, actually.
It's an interesting movie. I didn't say it was a bad movie. I was just saying it wasn't for me. Like, maybe I should give it another shot. I mean, there's a couple of parts about it that I just didn't care for that made me not like the main character.
That's fair.
But yeah, so I think that there's also stuff like RoboCop. I don't love RoboCop. Then again, maybe I should give it another watch.
I love RoboCop, but that's the thing. I watched it like maybe this year for the first time, and then I played the RoboCop game. I loved that too.
The Detroit City something city.
Yeah, that was really fun. The gore meter is up the wazoo.
I had not heard anything about that game because I knew about that game. A couple of YouTubers I like talked about the RoboCop game and saying how excited they were, and then once the game came out, nobody talked about it.
Dude, it's so fun. I was able to play it on Xbox, and I might consider, since I'm switching to Steam, I might get it on Steam to play because it was such a fun gameplay. And then it has
first or third?
What do you mean?
Person perspective.
It is first person.
Okay.
And it's just so moddable, and you can like use components that you collect from other machines and through your missions to modify your weapon to best suit your fighting style.
Okay.
And imagine having super strength off the bat. Like, just kicking or punching someone flies them across the wall and like obliterates their bones. It was a really fun play. And I think I got halfway through my second playthrough, but that was really fun. But I liked RoboCop, back to the point, because I watched it in a point where, it's for an 80s action movie, it is very anti-capitalist.
Yeah, I think maybe the problem is I missed a lot of that on my first watch because I watched it when I was 20.
Gotcha.
I watched it when I was 20. I was a different person then, and I think I was expecting this movie to blow me away in terms of like how Lethal Weapon blew me away with its action.
It's not perfect by any means. Like, one of the scenes that I hate the most is the shotgun scene where he gets blown to bits. Because it's just over dramatized and just like, oh, okay, I don't know if this is actually how that situation would go down. It's very 80s action movie. Yeah. But it reminds me a lot of like an anti-capitalist, almost cyberpunk 80s anti-capitalist Frankenstein.
Okay.
Where there's this creature, and he can't figure out if he's human or not, and what is his purpose, what is his role, does he have an identity, does he deserve one? He's haunted by shattered memories of his past, but can't figure out if that's him or who he's built up of. So I liked it.
Yeah, so yeah, there's definitely stuff that other people love to death, and it just didn't hit for me. I remember, like, I tried watching The Office, and I didn't love it. I'm sorry, I just didn't love it. There's parts of it.
It's an overloved TV show. It was okay. It was good for the time, but Then there's people that just latch onto it and it's like, it's the best show I have ever seen. It's the same way people latch onto Breaking Bad. Yeah, Breaking Bad was great, but there's other TV shows, you know?
I mean, I do think Breaking Bad was phenomenal. Don't get me wrong.
No, I'm not saying Breaking Bad was by any means on the same level. Like Breaking Bad is way above The Office.
Yeah.
But they both had their moments, but like there's so many fan bases where it's just like it becomes like this is the only thing I reference or watch. And it's just like, come on, there's other phenomenal TV shows.
Yeah.
And there's like even with fucking The Office. I didn't mind The Office. I liked it growing up. I haven't really rewatched it. It doesn't feel something easily rewatchable. And there's other comedy shows I'd rather rewatch, but one show I can't stand is Friends.
Yes, I know you can't stand Friends.
It's just it is not funny to me at all.
I get that. I really like Friends. I don't love Friends. I think for me, the thing I love Friends is a few of the gags and Chandler. I relate to Chandler in many ways.
I will also say I saw Band of Brothers before I watched Friends, so I went into Friends hating Chandler, not just because I find him annoying, but I also watched Band of Brothers and his character is just so hateable that it just bled over for me.
Okay. Yeah, no, I get
Band
that.
of Brothers, he's designed, his character is specifically a piece of shit asshole. So it just bled over into the show. But if we're talking sitcoms that truly deserve rewatches, is New Girl.
Yeah, and I finished it over a month ago when I was talking to a couple of people, and I had to talk about it once I finished it. I was like, Schmidt's real name is Winston?
Yep.
And it made me go, God damn it, Nick. Nick, you can't have two best friends with the exact same name. You can have two friends with the exact same name, but you can't have two best friends with the exact same name.
I see so many people, and my sister had to explain. She had to explain to me too why 6'7" is so funny. She had to explain that to my mom. And
I don't get it.
I don't know, but I'm gonna say a millennial cringe kind of thing, saying that 29 should be funnier than 6'7".
Yeah, I think so. I'd be down for that.
Thumb ring, bitch. You got Schmidt on your face.
Yeah. I still love the a white man. Well, what's security do about it? Nothing. Typical.
Or give me it. I'm sorry, that fish is protected by the great state of is it California?
Yeah.
Give me it. I want it.
Yeah.
Give me it.
I would love to meet Nick Miller in real life. Either we would hate each other or we would be best friends.
I'm gonna say something here that might I don't know if this is a controversial take or not, but I think Jake Johnson's Spider-Man, personally, is possibly my second favorite Spider-Man next to Tobey Maguire.
I'd say he's up there for me.
I think he's just so relatable. Like, you see, Tobey, where, he has these human struggles in the movies. And especially in the second one where he's doubting himself and kind of having erectile dysfunction with his webs. And then
Yeah.
you see Andrew struggling with, like, the more human side of being Peter. But Jake Johnson, like, it's just that not giving up, but you feel like you're failing in life and you're starting to lose that spark, but you're also, you're Spider-Man. You have that responsibility to hold up, even if the world around you is crumbling down,
Yeah, no, I absolutely get that. I think That's why he's perfect casting, because he's so good at playing relatable.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, like I love him as Spider-Man. I adore him in that, and I can't wait for Spider-Verse 3 in 2027.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, like yeah, no, I've been catching up on some of my movies and shows. I'm trying to catch up on Cobra Kai, even though it finished last year. So that's been good. It's not as good as season 5, but it's a fun epilogue season, if you will.
I've never seen any Cobra Kai. I have
Or Karate Kid.
no. I've seen as someone who got his second-degree black belt at the age of 12. I have seen Karate Kid. I saw the original. I saw the second one. I didn't watch the third one, and then I remember watching the one with Will Smith's kid. Jaden Smith, and I remember that one being awful. But I've seen Karate Kid, but I just never really saw a purpose in watching Cobra Kai. I heard good things. It just didn't really pique my interest. Well, there's a lot of things where it's like, man, I loved that movie. I don't see a point in having a show. There's some instances where it feels needed, but for me, Karate Kid 1 kind of wrapped it up.
Oh no, I get that, and I felt the same way. And then I gave Cobra Kai a shot, and I was like, I really like what you're doing here. And it just keeps getting better and better and better, and it just it hits all the right marks for me of like, we're bringing back characters, we're using the original actors for it. We're not
recasting.
Like, we actually found these actors in a ditch somewhere on the other side of the world and brought them on set. Like, there's actors that you didn't think would be significant that they brought back.
Dude, why am I looking at the cast for Cobra Kai and all of a sudden I see Borat's boss in the cast list?
I don't know.
Ken Davidian? I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. It looks like he was in what is it?
Wait, Ken Davidian.
He was Borat's boss in the first movie.
Oh yes. I don't remember what he was in Cobra Kai.
He's in a lot of knockoffs. He's in like spoofs. Silence of the Hams. There's one for 300.
Yeah.
He's in Holes.
Huh. It's actually a very good show. I really enjoy the show. I think it's really good, and like it made me go, I didn't know I wanted that until you presented it to me.
That's fair.
And the writers of the show are very smart with their continuity, because they also, even though like some of the other Karate Kid movies are not good, they use the continuity to their advantage and weave it into something better. Like Karate Kid 3, I didn't mind Karate Kid 3. I had fun with it. But they took that and then used it for a couple of plot points. Like, Johnny reopens up Cobra Kai, and then Danny tries to make his own dojo to rival. And they're like, why is Cobra Kai so bad? And then Daniel's like, because I know the power of Cobra Kai, not because I faced them, but because I was one of them once. And at the time I was like, what? Because I didn't watch Karate Kid 3. And they show clips of Karate Kid 3 where Daniel was being trained by people in Cobra Kai. And they use that as a plot point, and then they bring back the villain from Karate Kid 3, and he becomes a 2-season long threat. Like, that actor, his name's Thomas Ian Griffith.
Silver, yeah.
Terry Silver. That actor, he retired from acting years ago. And then the creators of Cobra Kai were like, hey, we want to bring back Terry Silver. Would you be interested in coming out of retirement to do this? And he's like, sure. And he just hopped out of retirement and he just killed it.
I've seen this guy in something.
Yeah, he does like a lot of B movies and stuff like that, but like he stopped acting for quite a while. Like he stopped. He was like, I think I'm done. And then he was in Christmas on the Square. Really? Who the hell was he there? Because I was like, Dolly Parton. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. I don't see him anywhere on here.
Do you know, I rarely say this because I do love Andrew Garfield as an actor. And as a person.
Yeah.
There's rarely a time where I see that episode of him on Sesame Street talking about loss.
Yeah.
Makes me cry every single time. And I think he has that like, not to say that Hayden is a great actor, Hayden Christensen, but I think he and Andrew Garfield have that same ability of fantastic facial expression to the point where you don't need to say anything. Just let that facial expression speak for everything.
Yeah.
But I am glad that, here, 1 second. I think I hear a car alarm. I want to make sure it's not mine. No, that's not me. I am so glad that he wasn't in Frankenstein as the creature.
Oh, he was originally going to be?
As far as I know, he was in the movie either as Victor or the creature. And I think he was supposed to be the creature. And then from what I heard,
Andrew or Hayden?
Andrew.
Okay.
Sorry, did I say Hayden?
I just wanted to double check.
Oh, yeah, Andrew was supposed to be the creature. Mm-hmm. And then there was a scheduling conflict, and he had to leave the project. Or as far as that's what I heard, Jacob Elordi took up the role. And I've never really seen anything with Jacob Elordi, but he fucking ate as the creature. I think it is the best depiction of the creature that we have in cinema history, next to Boris Karloff.
All right.
But this version is much more book accurate. It's not entirely book accurate, but it is pretty close with the long hair and, chiseled features and made to be beautiful. Super tall, monstrous to size and proportion. But I think one thing it was missing was the yellow eyes. But I think the acting on Jacob Elordi's part, especially for the creature just looking full of rage, pity, and sorrow, loneliness, was just fantastic. And it's very much in the early part of the movie, it's like childhood wonder, and then it slowly turns into neglected child and rage. And I think it was done very well. I think one of the worst parts of the movie, and I hate to say this because I love Oscar Isaac, but I think the worst part of the movie was Victor Frankenstein.
What do you mean? Like in terms of acting, or?
I personally thought that Oscar Isaac's acting was great. It's very, not cartoonish, but exaggerated. But I think it works in his advantage. But would I say that he is Victor Frankenstein? No, I was going. I will say I was going into the movie expecting, a Guillermo del Toro version of the book, but it's part the book, part him. God, there's more. I'm hearing car horns, and it's kind of freaking me out. Sorry, folks. But Victor is in the book and in my mind, he was always like a college dropout where he's like so ambitious and intelligent that he's almost narcissistic and overcompensating in his belief that he can really do anything, especially with his father being this renowned surgeon. But in this, he's almost he's a traveling showman of a surgeon. And he's just trying to like prove that he's like his father. I'm trying to like explain it without going too in depth, but you can tell instead of Mary Shelley's original like full flushed out multiple different plots and lessons of the story, this one's more about the cycle of abuse and stopping that, but not really. Mia Goth as Elizabeth was great, and I wish we had more of her.
Okay.
But I also will say I didn't like The Shape of Water, and they pulled a little bit of a Shape of Water in this story. I won't go into depth past that, but it felt a little creepy, and I couldn't tell where it was going, and it just felt a little weird.
Okay,
I couldn't tell if I'm reading into it or not, but that's where I, as a viewer, was imagining it was leading.
Yeah.
The cast is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I was so glad to see Felix Kammerer. He was in Netflix's All Quiet on the Western Front.
Okay.
In something else, because if you haven't seen it, and it is. It's not fully like the book, but it is a great take on All Quiet on the Western Front, and it is one of the best anti-war movies I've seen in a while. But I think Frankenstein is the best book-related Frankenstein we have got. But that's not saying much because we have like a couple, maybe 2 or 3. It's a good watch, but it's not the best movie by any means. Another thing that I do wish wasn't included was the amount of brutality towards animals. I'll say it at that, but I feel like it's important to mention to any viewers that haven't seen it and plan to see it, just a trigger warning, so you guys are aware.
Okay. So, well, yeah. Well, would you say it's one of your favorites of the year, or do you think like it doesn't make your top 10?
I'd honestly have to give it a second watch. I think it would make maybe my top 10, but I liked the beginning, and I liked sections in the middle, and I didn't necessarily like the ending. The beginning, I was like jaw to the floor. My girlfriend can attest to this. The entire time I was like looking at the screen, looking at her, looking at the screen, looking at her, and just like, oh my God, it's like the book. Just like as I had always hoped to see. And then they got into the story, and it was just a little iffy. But I'd love to get other people's thoughts, because currently it has like an 86 on Rotten Tomatoes and 91 as a Google user. So a lot of people seem to like it. I love the book, and I think Mary Shelley just pinned it right on the nose when she wrote it, other than the sister cousin lovin'.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's difficult to beat the book, but it's also difficult to beat if you're holding it on a mantle. I will say it's on my top 10 or so.
I'm also hearing the car alarm too, so you're not going crazy.
Okay. Here, I'm just gonna pop out for a second, and I'm just gonna make sure that's not my car.
Okay.
I will be right back. That's from my end, right?
Yeah, it's from you.
Here, 1 second.
Sorry, folks. We're just holding off a bit. There we are.
Looks like it was the neighbor's truck or something. I think something's broken.
Yeah.
But I'd say top 10 maybe. Yeah. If I've seen more movies, I don't know, but I do like it. I don't love it, but I like it. I would say, if we're talking movies of the year, because I know you and I were talking about that off recording.
Yeah.
If we're talking horror movies, I'm throwing Sinners and Weapons in the ring against Frankenstein.
I still need to see Weapons.
I loved it. It's iffy in a couple parts, but I loved it, and it definitely had me on the edge of my seat the entire time.
I heard one person say the last 5 minutes ruined the movie.
Yeah, I definitely say that, but I will also say my jaw was on the floor seeing the last 5 minutes.
Plus, I also love a good ride, not always the ending.
Yeah, that's very much a good description of the movie, and it's like the plot twists in the movie are really good. If you can avoid spoilers, I definitely would. I'd watch it with you.
Well, I know about Gladys. I do want to watch it on my own.
Dude, Gladys, my girlfriend and I were watching it, and it's just like, wait a second, is that Denise from Uncle Buck?
Oh, it is?
Yeah, that's Denise from Uncle Buck.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, I recognize their teeth anywhere.
Yeah, so I would also include K-pop Demon Hunters on maybe my top 10 of the year as well. I think I was so surprised how much I really enjoyed that movie. Like, it really surprised me how much I enjoyed it, because it's not in my wheelhouse, yet it blew me away. So yeah, that's One Battle After Another. I would also put my movie of the year. I would like to watch it again. The Naked Gun, I also got to put my movie of the year. Yeah, I know, I'm a little biased here, but I gotta put Superman on here, because every time I watch it, I just get slapped in the face with euphoria, and it feels nice.
Oh no, I'm throwing that on there too. I love Superman. I will say it's a little jogging here and there, especially with the amount that goes into play for the story. But it does remind me of, like, if it was spread out as a cartoon, it would be an arc in the
Superman the animated series. Yeah. I also got to put
that magic.
I also got to put Thunderbolts in there.
Yeah, Thunderbolts was good. I'm so glad that you had me watch it.
Yeah, because I feel like when I was telling you all about it, you're like, yeah, okay, maybe. Like,
mainly
I think
it's a Marvel movie that's new.
Yeah, and I know you were like hesitant, because wasn't like the last like Marvel movie that you watched that you enjoyed, like Guardians 3?
Yeah.
Deadpool and Wolverine was fun. I enjoyed that one. But so yeah, no, Thunderbolts hit me just right. I think I would also put John Candy's I Like Me in my favorites.
I bawled the entire time.
I know you did.
And dude, that scene, I was not expecting. I didn't know about this bit from John Candy's original show. Yellow Belly, the biggest coward in the West. Yeah. Dude, ever since watching that movie, I have watched that clip over and over and over again.
Yeah. I love Conan's commentary on it, and he was like, that showed me that you could do anything in comedy.
Yeah.
And I think it's hilarious. There are also like a couple of movies that I gotta see that people have said are amazing. Like, there's a movie called Sorry Baby. Mm-hmm. Do you know anything about it?
I've heard of it. Let me...
Yeah. So Sorry Baby is basically...
yeah.
The synopsis here. It's like, something terrible happened to Agnes, but life goes on for everyone else. When her friend visits on the brink of an important milestone, Agnes realizes how stuck she's been in this bittersweet story of finding your way after your world comes crashing down. Where was this movie a couple of months back? Yeah. I gotta check it out because I'm a sucker for a good A24 movie.
I like certain A24 movies. Sometimes they get a little too artsy for me.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. There's certain ones that are really good and ones where I'm like, you're a little hoity-toity here.
Especially the older ones were a little better when it was like an independent film company. Now it's kind of like, I don't know. Like, let me look up A24 and see what the last one I watched was.
Yeah, but yeah, like Sorry Baby, F1 is another one I want to watch. I've heard really, really good things. Like, people have been saying nobody makes movies like this anymore. I'm like, okay. I want to watch Black Phone 1, then I'll watch Black Phone 2. Because I like the director of that, Scott Derrickson. You know, he did Doctor Strange and Sinister, and I really like those. So I think it'd be cool.
Oh, okay. The last actually, this is a good entry to my 2025 movie list. I watched the last A24 movie I watched was Friendship with Paul Rudd and Tim Robinson.
Oh, that's A24?
Yeah. I still can't read on how I feel about it, but I also have watched it 4 or 5 times since I saw it. So,
well, is it wholesome or is it hoity-toity?
Neither. It's a comedy, and I don't know how to describe it. It's like a comedy drama, but it's awkward comedy, and it ends on like a I don't know what's real kind of thing.
Okay.
It's definitely a movie I would recommend watching with you and Jack.
Okay, I'd be down for that.
I'm going to say that I liked it since I have watched it 4 or 5 times after watching it the first time. But I'm also a sucker for Tim Robinson. I know Jack isn't a huge fan of Tim Robinson's comedy because of like the cringy awkwardness of it.
Huh.
Which is completely understandable. I loved I Think You Should Leave and Detroiters. I'm really interested to see where the chair company goes. Friendship, I don't think it was his best work. I still think I Think You Should Leave is his best, but...
So would you say Friendship is like a movie of the year for you?
That's the thing. I can't tell if I like it or not. Any viewers that have seen it and, have some thoughts on it, please share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys think, because I honestly can't get a good read on how I feel about this movie, because I love some scenes in it, but at the same time too, I don't get the movie. I don't want to say anything without spoiling anything, but like there's so many moments where it's like reminds me, if you take them out of context, it reminds me of I Think You Should Leave. But there's other moments where it's just like I don't know where this is going, and I can't tell. Like, this doesn't really spoil anything, but like there's a party going on, and they're doing speeches, and some guy stands up and he's giving a speech. No one knows this guy, and then all of a sudden he ends the speech with, "You know what? And I'm just gonna say, I really think we should still be in Iraq. I don't understand why we left the way we did." And everyone starts cheering, and I'm like, this has Nothing. It's that absurd, unpredictable comedy that always catches me because of pattern recognition of ADHD.
Okay. I also want to see this movie called Caught Stealing. It's Austin Butler, Zoe Kravitz, Matt Smith, Bad Bunny, Liev Schreiber. I was surprised that Bad Bunny could act. Like when I saw him on Regina King. When I saw him on SNL, it really surprised me.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about Caught Stealing. I was meaning to watch that and Roof Man at the same time, like the same night.
Yeah, Roof Man, I'm trying to look up showtimes for, but I think it's leaving theaters.
I'm already seeing it on YouTube and Amazon Prime Video.
Well, is it for rent or buy?
Let me check. Rent and buy.
Okay. Well, what's the rent?
It is $9.99 for. Oh no, renting for UHD is $5.99.
Oh, for Roof Man?
Oh no, I thought you were talking about Caught Stealing.
Oh, Caught Stealing. What about Roof Man?
Roof Man. I am already seeing it on YouTube to buy or rent. But I don't know if it's just a thing where it's already posted, but it's too early. I'm seeing showtimes listed near me. The last day is Thursday, November 23rd, November 13th.
Maybe I might go see that tomorrow.
Honestly, you'll have to let me know what you think. I'm seeing not great reviews, but I remember hearing the story that it's based off of and thinking that was funny. And I was kind of pissed off when I saw the trailer because I'm like, I remember hearing this story a couple years back and thinking that was so fucking funny and that it would be a great short film for me, you, Jack, and Ben to make. And then I saw this trailer and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. No, I'll give it a shot. I mean, if it's playing anywhere near... no, it's not playing anywhere near me. So I guess I missed my mark on this.
We'll have to watch it a movie night or something.
Yeah. Predator Badlands is one that I gotta see that I've been hearing really good things about.
I've been wanting to do a Predator, what's it called?
Marathon?
Yeah, because I've only seen clips of the original Predator movie. And I've been meaning to watch all of them because...
Oh, yeah. I'll watch them all with you.
I'm down because what got me interested was not just the new movie trailer, but I also I loved Alien, and I also saw something recently where it was like I don't know the name of the Predator, but essentially how they beat Israel when it comes to not aiming for women, children, uninjured people, and unarmed people, and it was just like, man, okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. No. Yeah. I think I might check out Predator Badland maybe this weekend. See how it is. I also, when it does come out, I really want to see Wicked Part 2.
I was meaning to watch Wicked.
I don't know how you feel about it because I really dug it. It hit a chord with me that I didn't expect. But now my problem is I don't have anybody to go see Wicked with. None of my family gives a shit.
I remember my sister and my mom went to see Wicked, the movie and the play.
Well, I'll go with your mom and your sister to Wicked if they want to go with me.
All I can speak to Wicked is it seems like a good movie, but all I can speak to Wicked is those like interviews as they were releasing the movie, and then they'd ask like a simple question of like, "What did you eat on set?" And then both Cynthia and Ariana Grande are like start crying and holding hands. but I can't really speak to it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm really gonna enjoy part 2 unless it's like part 1 was great. Oh, part 2 wasn't.
I mean, from what snippets I've seen, Wicked looked beautiful.
Yeah, I don't love the color grading on there. I think it could use more contrast, but that's me.
Especially
overall,
when you're doing something so colorful.
yeah. I mean, that's personally just me. I want your like 2 cents on it, but yeah. No, there's still quite a few movies that I gotta see. Like Bring Her Back. I kind of want to check out that Dave Franco and Allison Brie movie together.
Oh yeah, I was meaning to watch that. I've been meaning to watch Bring Her Back. I think we were gonna watch that together.
Yeah.
I've been ever since Disney tried to get rid of Jimmy Kimmel. I mean, I never really watched Jimmy Kimmel, but I hate the idea of censoring stuff for political reasons. And then, especially when you're calling out a tyrannical government. But what's it called? I've also been using YouTube TV for a long time, and Disney ended up cutting a bunch of their channels too, like Freeform, ABC, I think ESPN too. So,
I think even Disney Channel too.
Yeah, so it's like, how am I supposed to watch my 25 Days of Christmas? You dirty bastards. So, I know Jack and I were talking about this a little while ago, where I'm at the point where I've gotten rid of all of my subscription services. I'm kind of leeching off of what my parents have, but that it's just another reason why I've been doing physical media, getting DVDs, getting Blu-rays, getting VHSs, downloading movies, whatever I can.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you. No, like there's still a few movies that I want to catch up on this year because I'm making my list and I'm going over a few of them. So yeah, I'd say like some of the movies that I've watched within a 24-hour window yesterday was John Candy's I Like Me, K-Pop Demon Hunters, and The Naked Gun.
I think the last movies I've seen were John Candy, I Like Me, Weapons, Frankenstein, and Sinners.
Yeah, Sinners is my number one.
I was just about to say that too. Sinners is my top favorite.
Yeah, I just don't know what would be in the 5 because there was a period of time where like 5 was where it was like Sinners and then Thunderbolts, Superman, Fantastic Four. So I'm just trying to like, although now at my list, Fantastic Four only makes honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Because Fantastic Four and The Perfect Neighbor, I really enjoyed both of those, but they didn't make the top 10.
Yeah, that's fair. I think Friendship would be an honorable mention for me. It's not making the top 10, but I think it's close, maybe 15.
Yeah, I feel like if Jordan Peele made a movie this year, that would have made my top 10 as well.
Dude, anything Jordan Peele has made in the last few years, I've loved. I will say, I just have to rewatch it, and I have to find where I can watch it. But I remember I was so hyped when he was announced to make a new reboot of The Twilight Zone, because I loved that show as a kid. I used to stay up late watching reruns with my mom. I had like a CD playlist of like the radio dramas and everything. I mean, One for the Angels is one of the best pieces of TV I have ever seen. And I don't know if I just had too high expectations, but I don't remember really liking the reboot of The Twilight Zone. But honestly, it's been at least 5 years since I've seen it, and I can't remember it. Maybe 8 years. So
yeah, he produced a movie this year called Him, But the problem is they marketed it as a Jordan Peele movie when he didn't write or direct it. He just produced it.
Yeah.
And because of that, like, that's why people watched it.
I'm not seeing a lot of good reviews.
I heard it was very meh.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, Marlon Wayans' performance is great. Everything else is blah.
Let's see.
I've never been a big Wayans brothers fan. I don't have any strong feelings for them. Just like, they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anything, I probably like Damon because of New Girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I will say?
Say the last thing and then we'll wrap up.
I'm going to throw it on there because it wasn't a good movie by any means, and honestly is just capitalist propaganda. Remember, viewers, our lives are run by corporations at this point, and we need to resist. But War of the Worlds, produced by Amazon with Ice Cube, was not a good movie, but it was goddamn entertaining. The girlfriend and I finished a 1.5 liter bottle of strawberry wine to get through that movie.
Oh, dear God.
I think that's one of the lines that Ice Cube says. With that same amount of emotion.
That's a good drunk movie night doing that.
Yes.
That'd be great. Yeah, we need to get back to doing drunk movie nights.
Dude, honestly, imagine streaming drunk movie night.
Oh, yeah.
I think we'd have to get the bleep button there a couple times.
Yeah. Like, we'll have one of those staples that was easy, but replace the that was easy with, like, beep.
Yeah. I mean, I've got one at work that I use where it's just a little check mark sound effect where it's like, pudding? And we could just use that.
Yeah. Well, I think we've gone over our time. We're almost reaching 2 hours.
Hey, a good first episode, I guess.
Yeah, I'd say so. Well, then again, you and I could just talk for hours and hours.
Oh, for sure.
And so, thank you all for listening to us. And if you like this, please continue listening. We have our TikTok, our Instagram, our Spotify, and YouTube. So please go and subscribe and listen and watch and enjoy. And do you have anything to say before we go?
Remember to tell your loved ones how much they mean to you today. Do that for me.
That sounds perfect. All right, everybody. Thank you all for listening. Have a good day.
Love
Bye.
you guys. Bye.
Bye.